good morning, depending on where you are watching from. I am coming at you live today to talk about citizenship updates in Ghana. There has been another update in the citizenship information that has been the last couple of weeks. There's been announcements about citizenship. Then there was the pushback by the diaspora. And now then there was a pause in the citizenship. And now there is another announcement. So I am coming at you live. Tell me where you are watching from today. I am coming at you live from Ghana. It is, what time is it? It's late. It is 11:17 p.m. in Ghana. And I just got a press release with updated information about citizenship in Ghana for the diaspora. Thank you for joining me from Detroit. I see people here from Detroit, from Dallas, Texas, from the UK. Thank you so much for being here in this live stream. I appreciate you. So I am here to talk to you about the citizenship update. I'm going to read some of it from the press statement that came from the government that was sent to all media in Ghana today. I just got this about 30 minutes ago. I received it. I was actually going to get ready to go to bed because, as I said, it's 11, going on 11:20 here, and I was ready to wind down. I've had a long day, but I thought that this was important to share this news. Thank you, everyone who has joined. I appreciate you. I see that we have people from Ohio, from Florida. Thank you so much. Watching from North Carolina. Thank you for joining. If this is your first time here, my name is Ivy Prosper, and I tell stories from Africa and the African diaspora. And I am based in Ghana, and I have been telling stories about things in Ghana. And one of the hot topics over the last couple of weeks has been the citizenship for the diaspora communities. Now, initially, an announcement was made about almost 2 weeks ago, I believe it was, that there was going to be the opening of applications for the fast-track citizenship process that has happened over the last few years. The first one was in 2016 that had 34 people. Then there was one in 2019, then 2022, then 2024, and 2025. And now, under the new government, they made an announcement recently about citizenship, and the diaspora were quite upset about some of the things that were being asked for. The two main things that people were upset about was that the Ghana government was asking for DNA that shows your ties to Ghana, and also 25,000 Ghana cedis for the citizenship application form. So they've made an announcement now because what happened was the diaspora pushed back and had an emergency meeting, a town hall meeting that happened just days after that announcement. And that town hall meeting resulted in the government deciding to reevaluate the process and come up with a plan. And so today, that plan was announced in the granting of citizenship on this fast-tracked program. So in this, it says the granting of citizenship for the historic diaspora community. So the historic diaspora community are those who are descendants of people of the transatlantic slave trade, people who have been displaced by no fault of their own, through where their ancestors haven't been taken to the Americas. So, places like Canada, US, the Caribbean islands, South American countries, where people were taken, stolen and taken. And so the Ministry of Interior and Diaspora Affairs Office, I'm reading it right now so that I don't make any errors. So the Ministry of Interior and the Diaspora Affairs Office at the Office of the President announced the vetting of the granting of citizenship for the historic diaspora community. And this is going to take place at the Du Bois Center in Cantonments in Accra, starting February 11th, which is tomorrow. Today, this live stream is February 10th, 2026. This is saying that they're starting the process tomorrow, February 11th, 2025. So you have to be here in Ghana in person. This cannot be done remotely. The ministry acknowledges that due to the overwhelming number of applicants and the limited time frame for the ceremonial swearing in, which is scheduled for March the 5th, 2026, not all interested persons will be able to complete the process. However, the application portal is going to be open for applications where they will be processed. So there is a link there's a website that people can sign up for the registration process for the citizenship. And that when they click on that, then they go to the migration services, then diaspora registration, and then read all of the necessary things that are needed. The Ministry and Diaspora Affairs Office assure all interested persons that citizenship process is ongoing and no one will be disadvantaged. Applicants will be called in batches for vetting. Applicants are also advised to wait for notification from the ministry before visiting the center to avoid overcrowding. The government of Ghana is committed to granting Ghanaian citizenship to all qualified applicants as part of its Diaspora Affairs initiative. For further clarification and information, kindly reach out to the ministry via their email, which is eservices@mint.gov.gh. And there's a phone number for the Migration Unit and Public Affairs and Communications Unit. So I will put that in the comments. So I want to thank everybody for joining. I see I have people from New York. Thank you for joining from New York. Somebody from Jamaica. Somebody saying awesome. And then, of course, we have an inappropriate comment asking for some milk. Always got to have one of those comments. Always one of those comments, right? Anyway. So I don't know what you guys think, but one thing I will mention is they have said that they have removed the component of requirement for DNA, because that was something that people were concerned about, was the DNA requirement. So they have removed the DNA. You do not need to take a DNA test to prove any kind of lineage to Ghana like they were asking before, with the announcement a couple of weeks ago. However, they have maintained the 25,000 Ghana cedis registration fee. It still stands. So people have to be prepared to pay that 25,000 Ghana cedis fee to apply. Question from Black African 58, what does strong ties to Ghana mean? I'm sure they're going to do that on a case-by-case basis, but strong ties to Ghana could really mean you've already invested in the country, you've already started a company, you're already employing people, maybe you already started a school, perhaps you are making large donations to an organization. It could be any number of things. It's not specified, it's quite general. So I'm sure that during the vetting process, that's when they're going to determine whether you actually have strong ties to Ghana or not. And I believe that is largely because there have been previous cases of people getting citizenship who really had no intention of doing anything within the country, but simply getting the citizenship, and then they leave and then they never come back, and they only use it to come for vacation, and not anything substantial like investing into the country in any capacity. So I think that is probably why they've done this strong ties. That is what I'm guessing. They've not specified, but that's what I'm guessing based on previous cases. It's like that in a lot of countries. So even when you're applying to another country for a visa, they look to see if you have strong ties to your home country. And those strong ties could be having a job, could be having a business, could be investments that you've made. So basically, strong ties usually has a lot to do with investments in a country. Made of Africa says, would owning a home in Ghana be considered strong ties? It's possible. I don't know if it's a yes or no, but it's possible. It is something that a lot of people are asking. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to drop the contact information, the email, and then there's a phone number. Let me put it in the comment section. So let me see the comments here. It says, I'm in the DMV. When are you coming home, boss lady? The DMV, well, DMV is not really home to me. I've visited there a few times, but it's not home. But I have visited the DMV. I'm not sure the next time that I'll be there. Thank you for asking. If you were asking me, maybe you're asking someone in the comments. 797 says, peace turning in, ma'am. Do you know if Ghana is going to operate under the same system of law as the African Union of countries, civil law, perhaps trying to see a uniformity in commerce and law? Well, hopefully the African Union will have something that is across the continent. But right now, I don't know of anything where there's laws that are across the whole continent. So I don't have a straight answer for you for that. I am right now using my other phone so that I can go into the comments section because I'm streaming today from my phone. Usually I stream from my laptop and I use my usual streaming platform to do my live streams. But today I just decided to go straight to my phone and just stream live with you all so that I can give you this news because I literally was getting ready to wind down for the day. And then I got the press release about this information. So yeah. Kobe Thanos Tembo says, that smile is winning. And yes, I'm asking you, Miss Ivy. Thank you. I'm definitely subscribed. Thank you for subscribing. The Proper Perspective said, hi, hello, hi. Thanks for joining. So I'm going to go into the comment section right now. And as I said, I'll put it in the chat. There's an email address and then there's a phone number. And the phone number, I'm adding the country code because the country code is not in the phone number that they gave. So there's information so that you can reach out. So I've just put it in the comment section, the email address, and then there's 2 different phone numbers to reach out if you want to have any of your questions answered about what I've just announced with respect to this announcement. So yeah, that is what I wanted to share with you today, because I know a lot of people are always wondering what's going on when it comes to citizenship in Ghana. And it is a hot topic because every time I do any video on it, any story on it, it's like the video goes far and people start sharing it. People want information. So I thought it was important to get this to you. As I said, this is a press release that just came out. It's a developing story that has come out. So if you missed it, if you're just joining and you missed it, you can scroll back to the beginning and catch the information of what I said with respect to the announcement about the citizenship in Ghana. So thank you so much. I appreciate you. And I will see you in the next video. I am winding down for the day. Thanks for watching. See you next time.